Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's Angelo. Welcome back to a story called Fighting. So today we're going to talk about Jake Paul and the shenanigans he's been up to. So not only did he call out Conor McGregor in the most cringy, offensive, just attention-grabbing, or attention-seeking and grabbing, very kind of personified caricature way that he could have.
What the fuck is up, you Irish cunt? Good morning, Conor McGregor. I know you're probably beating up old dudes in a bar right now, or maybe you're jacking off because you're sick of fucking your wife. I mean, she's a 4, Conor. You could do a lot better, but happy Monday. My team sent you a $50 million offer this morning. $50 million cash, proof of funds, the biggest fight offer you've ever been offered, but you're scared to fight me, Conor.
But he also drove by an interview that was taking place with Dylan Dennis on the show Below the Belt, hosted by Brendan Schaub, and threw a water balloon at him that, I don't know if it hit him or not, but then continued to throw toilet paper at him as Dylan Dennis ran to the truck to try and stop him from doing this and fight him, and then Jake ran away.
Came mad at me for like...
Hey, look! It's Conor McGregor's bitch right
This fucking guy, bro.
Pussy!
Come on, fuck this nigga up, bro.
Pussy! Dip! Pussy! Fuck you, bitch!
Fucking motherfucker, bro. I was gonna try to jump on the truck, but I couldn't get it.
Dude, if you would have jumped
I
on
was
the
so
truck-
close. She would have got out. Can we
Yeah.
go find them now? Do you have a car?
He did a drive-by with water balloons and toilet paper. So apparently that's how drive-bys are being done nowadays. They're being done via trucks and water balloons and toilet paper. So the world of 2020, interesting. It's called a YouTuber drive-by. But yeah, it's really interesting because he's getting so much of this attention, and so many people are upset and they're not happy. And a lot of people in the MMA and boxing world have come out either challenging Jake or just really wanting him to get beat up and knocked out. I mean, he's been talking back and forth with Nate Diaz, with Michael Bisping, with Chris Weidman, with Ben Askren. Gervonta Davis called him out, who's a huge star. I mean, just, and there's more too. There's more people, and of course, you know, Dylan Dennis. But it's crazy how much attention he's getting from top level stars. It just goes to show you that what he's doing is working. And as much as people want to hate on it, and as many people want to see him get knocked out, you know, those same people who want to see him get knocked out are also going to buy a pay-per-view, right? You got to think about that. And Jake knows this. And this is why I got to say, I'm not mad at what he's doing. It is cringy. It is very offensive. It is riding the line. It's very disrespectful. And it's very obvious he's doing a persona. I mean, the video he did where he's calling out Conor, it was almost like an ad video where, you know, he's in his Lambo smoking a cigar, and then it zooms out and there's a huge check. It's almost like a TV ad. But it was offensive and it worked, and it's grabbing tons of attention. And like I said, it's working, you know? So on one level, yeah, I see how people are upset, but it's doing what he wanted it to do. These people don't realize who are getting upset. You know, same thing with Colby Covington when everyone would get super mad at what he was doing. It's getting attention, and that's what they want. They want the attention because that attention is going to bring people who are interested in fighting. It's going to bring buyers. It's going to bring deals. So it's doing exactly what Jake wants it to do. And he knows this. He knows his video is kind of cringy and very disrespectful, and you know, he may have not even really wanted to film it, but it's for a purpose, and it's accomplishing the purpose that he wants it to do, which is just getting as much attention as possible and as many high-level fighters as involved as possible so he can have people to choose from. One of the reasons I gotta say, I think he called Conor McGregor out like that. I think he does want to fight Conor. I don't even necessarily know if he expects Conor to actually take the fight like right away. I think he just did this to start generating attention. I think he's that smart, honestly. I think he knows exactly what he's doing because it's working. Just listening to Michael Bisping today on his podcast, and apparently he's been sent a contract as well, asking if he would want to fight. So this goes to show you that, you know, although he called out Conor, he's not exactly waiting for Conor. And I would say he probably had some idea that Conor's not going to take it, and he just wants to generate as much attention as possible so he could at least get another big name like Michael Bisping or Nate Diaz to fight. I think this is honestly probably what he wanted, and it's working. And I gotta say, I'm not mad at him, because it's doing a pretty good job, and a lot of people are angry. A lot of people have a lot of emotion surrounding this topic, just like what Colby Covington does, just like what Conor would do to his opponents, and they would step in there with him, and they'd be so mad he would end up beating them because they would make a mistake, right? So, and also when people are angry, it gets them into the contracts, it gets them to take the fights. So it's actually pretty smart, and I think Jake knows what he's doing. If you're offended and you're mad at Jake Paul for this, well, that's exactly how he wants you to feel, because guess what? You're going to buy the fight to watch him get beat. There it is. All right, guys, so let me know what you think of this down below. Do you like Jake Paul? Do you not? Who do you want him to fight? Who do you think he would stand a chance against? Do you think he should box Nate, Michael Bisping, Ben Askren, Chris Weidman? What do you think would happen? Who should he fight? Maybe later I'll do some videos breaking down how those fights would go. I do think the only person he'd beat out of all those would probably be Ben Askren. And even then, it might be close. Who knows? But Ben Askren is not a boxer. But comment below who you would want to see, what you think of the whole thing. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed a little bit of a different perspective on this. Maybe it'll make you think twice about when you see fighters do things like this and what the purpose of it is and why it can actually be beneficial for the sports world and the combat world in some cases. So I'll be coming with more videos this coming week. We're going to be talking about UFC fighter cuts. Got some bets going on this week for the UFC fights. We're going to be talking about that as well, and much, much more stuff. So hope you enjoyed, and until next time.